Welcome back, everybody. Tony here from Hoosier Outdoor, and today we're talking solar systems. Lately, I've been asked a lot about how I power all my neat little gadgets I like to take camping that you don't have to have, but sure makes life a little bit easier. Everything from a 12-volt cooler to seeing lights like you see up here on the back of my truck, to my cell phones, my cameras, my drones, all the stuff I use to film videos. Well, figured today would be a good day to show you how I do it. There's a lot of options out there, from permanent setups to portables to just running off your cigarette lighter in your car. You got to be careful not to kill your starter battery. I went with a more permanent solution. Some people may be better off with something like a Jackery, which can be portable and solar charged, or just recharge off your car. I've got a little bit of both, about to tell you why. So I got started first with this little unit right here. It's the Recool Ion 500. I've had it for about 2 years now. It's a 500 watt portable power supply. LiPo bank. It's been really handy. It's great for charging, but I did not ever purchase solar panels to go with it. Jackery also makes an item like this. You can get solar panels to charge it directly from solar. They're really good if you need something a little more portable. There's advantages and disadvantages to that. The biggest disadvantage is it's only charging when the solar panels are out, which means when you're at camp and not worried about someone walking off with them, it has to be in sunlight and such. So it's a great solution depending on how much power you need. My solution was something a little more permanent. You can just kind of barely make out. Here on top, I've got a 250 watt residential solar panel. In my case, this was about a perfect fit for this SUV, which is a 2002 Cadillac Escalade. Still left room for my sunroof. The panel size is 39 inches wide by 66 inches long, so it's a big panel. But it's always there, it's always collecting sunlight. Now, the wiring of these components is actually a lot simpler than most people make it out to be. It's not a big scary process, a little bit of math and figuring out what your needs are. The panels I use put out around 35 volts. That kind of knocks out using some of the cheaper PVM controllers. So I had to use what's called an Mppt controller. It takes the higher voltage, knocks it down. It also tracks the power and lets you get a little bit more out of your solar panels. The one you see here in the back, and I'll show you closer here in just a moment, is an Mppt 30 amp. You have one input and two outputs on these. Coming in is 10 gauge wires from the solar panel. They run into your inputs. Up here you've got a full screen, shows your battery voltage and charge level. Your solar input from the charger, from the panels, a little bit of everything. It's pretty sunny right now, and looks like I'm at 14 volts on the battery. My battery's almost fully charged, so I'm not putting in much amperage. You've got two wires that come out to your battery, and then a switched 30 amp output to run to a switch panel, which you'll see here I have set up. It's also got USB, accessory port. Those run some separate lighting that I have on the outside of the truck. Now, at the heart of any system is the battery. One of the big misconceptions of solar is that solar really doesn't power anything. Solar only charges your batteries. So this is where I've tucked mine away behind the seats. It's right behind the cooler pullout I built. The red box you see at the top there is a 1,000 watt power inverter, which I can use to convert the 12 volt to 110 to be able to charge my little power pack, or we've used it to run crock pots and everything else when we're out camping. Really does come in handy. Got another one of those I'm actually going to add later on. The battery I'm using here is just a Walmart special EverStart 120 amp hour deep cycle. You don't want a combo battery, you want a true deep cycle. If you can get one, they will handle discharge better. As you can see, I've got everything fused. Technically this should be in a vented box, but I've kept an eye on it. I don't get much bleeding off of it because I'm not putting a whole lot of current in at one time. But pretty simple to wire. You've got your 10 gauge that runs from your solar panels to your charge controller, from the charge controller to the battery. I've got a positive and a negative that run to the battery. From there, I've got a little Amazon cigarette lighter plug that runs my 12 volt cooler that runs here in the front. From the controller itself on the 30 amp, I've got run to the switch panel. That is all my power, gets the job done. Now, performance-wise, this system has worked great for us. It's been in the 90s the last couple of weeks, and I've been running it non-stop. Just actually shut it off this morning for the first time in a while. Keeps the 12 volt Alpha-Cool fridge here, fridge freezer, running just fine. Only use about 20% of the battery overnight. It's usually charged up by 8 or 9 in the morning. Able to use the inverter to charge the portable power pack, keeps it 100%. That goes in the tent with us when we're out camping to run a rechargeable fan, charge our phones, laptop, things like that, recharge our lights. This system allows me to pretty much stay off grid permanently if needs be. It's a great backup system if you have an extended power outage or something like that. Take stuff out of your fridge, go stick it in my truck, and you're good to go wherever you're at. We even take it grocery shopping because got ice cream, throw it in the fridge. It'll stay nice and cold till you get home. I realize a system like this may not be convenient for everybody. This truck pretty much only gets used for camping, but it can be upsized or downsized to fit your needs. This could easily support probably 2 batteries and still maintain a charge and give me longer time if we did have storms or stuff, but even through stormy weather and cloudy days, this has managed to keep what I need to run running. So, thanks for checking it out. If you got any questions, please leave them down in the comments and I will do my best to answer. Always trying to help people get out and enjoy the outdoors a little bit more. If you haven't, think about subscribing. Hit that like button if you don't mind, because it definitely helps the channel. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.